absolutely love you, man. Go and show some love. Hashtag Expresso Show is where you can do it online. So I'm getting incredibly excited at the moment. Members of a youth-led non-profit organization did something truly remarkable, and just a few days ago, helping to enable young people living with disabilities. In fact, enabling disability education nationally is what they are called. They spent 15 days taking a little walk all the way from Durban to Cape Town. And of course, they've done this to raise funds and awareness for youth living with disabilities. They've got an incredible track record already. And the guys have managed to make it. They didn't walk to our studios this morning, I'm hoping, but they are here to share a little part of that journey with us. But most importantly, the message behind it. Please put your hands together for Ompile, Mangwa, Gape, Dennis Toro, and Samuel Modise. Thank you. I like the bow. Was that a bow or your body just collapsing, man? You guys made it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, it was hectic. I won't lie. I mean, yeah, but we made it definitely.
What an undertaking! It must mean a lot to you to do something like this. Sure. One aspect of it, because there are many dimensions to something like this, a personal journey, a personal message to one person, maybe one young person living with disabilities, but also money. Yeah. NGOs need money and they never get it. Organizations need money and do amazing things but don't have the funding. 150,000 Rand you raised, Samuel. How does that make you feel, first of all, and where's that money going to be going?
Well, I mean, that was actually the first walk from Pretoria to Durban, where we raised the 150. It was mainly for, two of our beneficiaries, which were Transaranya School for the Deaf and Fanandiatla Center for the Disabled. So fortunately, I mean, with visual or hearing impaired students, they learn better visually. So with the proceeds, they managed to actually get interactive screens and projectors and, even some assistive devices as well, just to get, in tune with their learning capabilities then again. So yeah, for us, I mean, it was quite a thrilling experience for the Pretoria to Durban. And yeah, from Durban to Cape Town, it was a totally different story, I must say. I mean, yeah, having to experience all those terrains and, sceneries, it was quite a journey, I must say.
The Karoo. Yes, are you crazy, man? This all begs the question, brother, why? Why do this? Why are you so passionate about this?
Sure. Yeah. So there's many reasons, but the one that I could say personally for me is that you find that youth, especially youth with disabilities, don't really have a voice, or there isn't really a movement for them to have a voice on any platform, not any continentally or in the country, but there isn't anything concrete at the moment where they can kind of go onto a platform and have their voices heard. So what we really want to do is that we want to be that platform for them, where they could have a voice for them. And it must just be a loud voice, something a bit extreme, but also something that can kind of just also create the right conversations.
Some people say extreme, others say crazy. I don't know. That's we're somewhere in between. Well, there's well over 1 million people watching you right now. So the platform that you've been able to create with this, and I know when you take that first step, literally that first step, that you can't envision where it's all going to end. Yeah, what was the toughest part of the challenge for you, Dennis?
That was when we hit the storm. Like, they came where there was a crosswind and we were walking against the wind. So going 10 steps forward, it was kind of like going 2 steps forward, literally. So it was kind of challenging. And there was a day where we were walking next to the sea, so the sand was bad. It was very bad.
I disagree with him. The sand was bad. I like walking on the sea. Like, walking on the sea was good. You could check the scenery and then you walk and then you don't get tired. Yeah. On the sea.
But he was coughing a lot though, even though he loved the scenery.
I'm just thinking, like, how much do you need to drink and eat to be able to get through? It's ultimately about a brotherhood, about a sisterhood, about a community with young people living with disabilities. I call them differently able because they are capable of achieving amazing things. Most importantly, how can our Expresso viewers, how can we as presenters, our family, help your family? What's the best way to support your efforts?
Well, I mean, looking at, this current project that we embarked on, we actually, we were focused on a specific educational program whereby we wanted to actually, take 1,000 students through this educational program, which will then enable them to actually, reciprocate information better, since the focus for the year is intellectual disability for us. So the main concept around it was basically walk and then accumulate, or rather get partners that can actually make the the educational possible, maybe for a student, or rather even an entity that can actually fund the whole, since we actually had a target of 500,000, whereby we were looking at actually taking 100 students as a pilot project, so that the masses can actually gauge the process.
See exactly how the working model operates,
absolutely.
Buddy, we've got your details. We're going to put them up on our social media platforms.
Wonderful,
So put that voice out there. Raise the conversation on our social media platforms. We've got the most amazing viewers who really do respond. Whether you're a CEO of a company that's operating in this space, whether you're another NGO that can maybe come on board, help an organization. Let's trade some NGOs, some CSI commodities here. Guaranteed your budget can match their budget. We can put a few other cents in the kitty there and do something truly remarkable. Most importantly, think about that one individual, that one out of that 100 that might bleed into 1,000, that might help ultimately all children living with mental disabilities is our focus this year, improve their lives, just have a better quality of life. Gents, just chill for a moment. You guys can just sit there and chill out for a while. You've earned the break.